I'm Mint Salad, and I saw Avatar: The Way of Water. It is directed by James Cameron. This movie just came out, and I'm going to spoil some of the stuff in this movie. Not all, just because this movie came out. I want to have some sort of impact when you go watch it, if you are going to watch it. So, if you haven't seen this movie, I want to give some spoilers. The movie starts, we're seeing Jake. You remember Jake from last movie? Yeah, he's the chief. He's the chief of a tribe in Pandora, which is the cool little planet that they're on. First of all, I should say that I think the graphics look very much the same. I mean, they look better, obviously, but I couldn't really tell much of a difference between, oh, well, this is 2009 Avatar versus 2022 Avatar. I wonder what's going to happen next with the graphics. But there's some improvements too, especially the water simulations, but I'm going to talk a little bit more about animation later down the video. Saint animation time. Let's talk about the plot some more. It's a nice, happy life. I really like the part where we see there's a beautiful opening monologue of Jake, and there's a bunch of just showing him and his family. He's grown up. He's raised 4 children. He's able to be leading people around until, look, it's the sky people come back. They're called humans. The humans are coming back, and they're here to destroy this planet and take some more of its resources. Yep, he's back again. And what I find strange, we see Na'vi versions of the bad humans. That commander guy, the evil commander guy, yeah, he's a blue guy now. And so is a bunch of his men, which is, I think it's an interesting choice, because it's like, doesn't he get stabbed a bunch at the end? Maybe I'm thinking of a different guy. They look very similar. Just the fact that you can tell by the head and the clothes that they're wearing. We even get to see a little bit of, there's a threat inside the forest. And guess who discovers this? Oh, it's actually some of Jake's kids. Also, I should mention that there's this human child that was not able to be frozen or sent to space, so he just kind of is living. He's part of the Na'vi, he's part of the culture. I mean, he's human, but I do like this look into, look at this. You can see human just thriving real well with the Na'vi if this is all they know. And this is fun, because now we get to see, what is happening? There is death, destruction with the introduction of the sky people, the humans again. And this is where I'm gonna get a little less spoilery, because I do remember there being a lot of fish action. There's a lot of whale action. There's a lot of sea creature action. There's a lot of water tribes. There are other different types of tribes. There's a water tribe that we do also encounter. They have more of a lighter blue skin than the Na'vi, which is more of a dark blue skin. So we meet the other blue skin people, another tribe on this big old planet. We also get to see a little bit more of their culture as well, which is fun. Ultimately, it is stunningly beautiful. I'm a big fan of the visuals. The plot itself, I feel the middle portion where there's a lot of focus on the sea. Oh, we gotta bind with the sea. We gotta be the sea. We gotta be one with the sea. I feel like there's a ton of focus on that, like a lot in the middle portion. This movie is at least 3 hours long. It's like 3 hours, 10, 12 minutes. It's a pretty long movie. Don't go tired. because then you won't know what happened. So that's my advice to you. Do not go to this movie, if you're at any point going to fall asleep through it. I do recommend watching the middle and the end portion pretty attentively, because it's nice, and all the twists and turns that come you don't expect. And I'm like, oh man, all the twists and turns makes all the characters that experience the twisty turniness, and I'm saying specifically about Jake. Jake experiences some twisty turning things that progress his character, and it pushes his character to the extremes of what I would expect from him if he's in that situation. But you gotta go watch the movie to know what I'm talking about. I also want to highlight a lot of some of the Na'vi culture. There's a lot of, oh, well, you're part human, you're part avatar, you're not full-blood Na'vi, you're not one of us, no way, And it seems that a lot of Jake's children experiences this from people who aren't very nice to him, or his children, which is quite unfortunate. I just don't really think there's any much else to spoil about the plot that I haven't already talked about. Go watch it. Go watch it. It's pretty new, so if you haven't seen it, I do recommend watching it. I'm going to talk more about the animation, though. The animation, as I mentioned before, the quality looks to be upped, like it's like 4K. I didn't go to a theater with 3D, so it looks pretty much like, oh, well, I'm looking at Avatar from 2009, but it looks good, better, quality. I should also mention that the models, I didn't see any weird motion, not heaviness when they're moving in slow motion. Their motion is a lot smoother and a lot more natural to me. And I'm a big fan of all the motion. I also like how the alien cat dog thingy, the black thingy, yeah, that looks different, but it looks different in a cool, more realistic way. Also, there's a lot of water. This movie is called The Way of Water. If you couldn't tell, it's a movie about a lot of water. There's a lot of water simulations. There's a lot of fish underwater. There's a bunch of these Na'vi underwater. There's a bunch of this. There's a underwater tribe that utilizes water a lot. And it's honestly a really good look into the world. I felt pretty immersed within the world just being there, and I'm like, man, I would love to be here. Also, I should mention the opening shot is of the floating mountains, and I'm like, hey, I really like that. I'm a big fan of that, actually. Good job of floating mountains, and I'm glad they still exist, and I'm glad to learn more about Pandora, and I'm also a really big fan of how there's that weird spirally planet in the background. And it's really close. So this is like a moon of this planet or something. So it's like, oh, I wasn't expecting this to be a moon. But you know what? That makes sense. It's a pretty cool moon, if I do say so myself. I was so excited for watching this new Avatar that I face painted my face to the movie theater. I got my face painted by me, I did it, and people were like, wow, you're the Avatar. I was like, yeah, I sure am. And now that I watched it, I come back from the theater. This is a fresh from the theater review. This is my first initial thoughts on Avatar: The Way of Water. So if you haven't seen it, I would watch it. I don't really want to spoil much else for you. I just gotta say, oh man, I'm such a big fan of the colors. I'm a big fan of the cool tattoo designs on the more underwater tribe of the Na'vi. They have like different patterns, and it looks pretty good. It looks sweet. Man, you just have to go watch it. It is 3 hours long. If you don't remember the first Avatar at all, I do recommend rewatching this before watching this Avatar, because it does build up upon some of the themes from last movie. There are new themes as well, but there is also a return to the old from the old characters, like some bad military men. And Jake is in this as well, plus his family. Beautiful family. I'm so sad for Jake at the end. That's all I'm gonna say, so you gotta watch it if you want to know what I'm talking about. So because of the animation looks beautiful, and the rain and all the water is beautiful, I gotta give this movie a solid 8.5 out of 10. If you like this review, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video with everyone you know. The ultimate goal of this channel is for me to become an expert movie reviewer. So, if I haven't reviewed it on the channel, there's a chance I haven't even seen it at all. You can always request a movie in the comments below. You can fast track the request at patreon.com/ASEpresents for $20 a month for one movie review per 1 month. Or $3 a month for some daily vlogs, all at patreon.com/ASEpresents. And if you'd like to help support the daily grindiness of the movie reviews, you can go to this link tree. It really helps the daily grindiness of the movie reviews. So go here, and until next time, I'm Mint Salad Sauce. See you later, my salad croutons and bacon bits.